Hi, this is KryptoSeoul Erica, episode 20. It's already 20 episodes. So we're doing it once a week now. I'm a little bit, the government regulations a little falling behind, so I'm trying to do once a week this time. I'm sorry for being late. It's been about 10 minutes now after the scheduled time. Sorry about it. But I think the government, right? I've been going to meetings with the Korean blockchain associations, and I've had a lot of seminars and trying to see the atmosphere and the consensus by the government. And it seems that it's kind of half and half. It's in the gray area still, and it seems it's not negative, but it's not even like totally positive as of now. So we'll have to see what's like. Hi everyone. Thank you. No, thank. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry it's still kind of a mess right now, but I'm really busy these days. I mean, the Korean market is crazy. Not just the investment activity, but I think the ICOs are coming out really, really quickly. And I think you'll be very excited to see what ICOs are coming out here. And also the government, movement. It's actually really hard to catch up every day. So I'm trying to do once a week, and this is not done yet, but I promise I'll get it ready as I'm a little, maybe March probably I'll try to get it ready. Trinity, I haven't really followed up on Trinity. Is there any good news? I'm not really sure. I mean, Neo is really doing well in Korea actually, and the Neo Korean market, the community is really flourishing, and there's many activity going on, not officially, but I've seen below the surface there's been a lot of movement. And so Trinity, it's a project, an alliance with Neo. So maybe there's good news. I'm not really sure what's the official news on Trinity. Let's see. So today we'll go on to the government stance first, and updates, and then go on to what's actually happening in individual projects and so forth. So hi Chris. There's two Chris's here. Hi everyone. So split screen, let's go. So the Financial Supervisory Service, FSS in Korea, is like the head of all the one of the head organizations in the government, and it's last week we've seen a major change in their perspective in cryptocurrency, and they made an announcement that's been really made people confused. Why is it being so positive all of a sudden when some weeks ago it was very negative about it. So I think it's trying to set things straight and kind of saying, we're not entirely negative, so we're trying to kind of be your supportive ally. So FSS has showed considerable change in its official stance. And people are wondering why this is happening here. So he's the head of FSS, Choi Hung-sik, right? And it says that people are confused and they're surprised at the radical change in stance towards cryptocurrency. And actually, people are criticizing, what caused this major change. Some people are saying, they, the government officials bought, cryptocurrency at low price, and now it's, they completed all the purchase activity, so now it's time to be positive towards it, so the market will flourish. And there's many rumors going on, but I don't really believe in any of it. But and he's been this guy, he's been saying that Bitcoin has no formality, the bubble will burst, and he's been saying negative things. But it changed radically, and he's about the government banning exchanges, that announcement. He's kind of saying that this is not the case, and the government's gonna act very openly towards it. And so there's many changes, and I'm not sure which one's the actual truth, but the consensus here is that the government's not going to do anything radical negatively. So Shinhan Bank right now is there's many banks right now trying to kind of step forward, and Shinhan is making new accounts to Bithumb and Corbit, and Nonghyap Bank right now is doing exchanges with Bithumb and Coin1 right now. So IBK Industrial Bank has not issued any new accounts. It has been collaborating with Upbit. So right now, Upbit is kind of closed. I mean, it's not accepting new accounts yet, but I think it's because many existing customers have not, changed to the real name accounts, the real accounts. So I haven't done it either yet. So I've been really busy. I mean, I should go to the bank right now, but I haven't been able to do that. So like me, many Koreans haven't done that. So I think this is the reason why they're kind of Upbit and the industrial bank is trying to say, okay, we're gonna make the real accounts confirmation verification, and then we're gonna issue new accounts right after the verification, right? So of the existing customers. So I think they're taking like step-by-step approach. So it's gonna happen. The new accounts opening is gonna happen anyway, but I think it's a matter of time and when it's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the current status. So nothing much different from last week. So nothing to be worried about. Yeah, so right now exchanges are under a lot of pressure. Major ones, they're okay, but smaller sized exchanges are under a lot of pressure. And Upbit actually is trying, and the major ones, Upbit, Bithumb, and Coin1, they're trying to survive through this intense competition. This year, I'm expecting at least 10 exchanges, new exchanges in Korea to be, to appear and to be launched. Crypto to crypto exchanges and just fiat to cryptocurrency exchanges. So many kinds of exchanges appearing. So even the existing ones feel threatened, right? So and they have been threatened by the government anyway. So they have to find a survival, strategy. So Upbit is hiring somebody from Ticketmonster. It's a big company in Korea. And Bithumb is, they're recruiting hugely and in terms of investment experts, as well as, one from like securities companies, right? So I think they're trying to make it clear that the coin listings that they are additionally going to have, they have a really firm judgment, evaluation system internally so that, they have this very transparent yet very trustworthy coin listing system. So I think that's what they're trying to have a really solid system. And Coin1 is investing in Centbee. It's a company with blockchain technology. So many activities that's going on with the existing major exchanges. And it seems like the exchanges are recruiting a lot and they're expanding in size. And even CoinNest, Goldpax, right? They're smaller sized, but they've been suffering from this, government regulation. But I think they're really trying hard to focus on like marketing, for example, hosting meetups, and they're really trying hard. I could really see that through their meetups and their activities. So yeah, it's actually really a saturated market, but I think it has a lot of potential. I mean, as we've seen in the today's news that Goldman Sachs Circle, right? Circle bought Polonianex, and that kind of move maybe occurring here. I mean, who knows, right? So there's many exciting changes to be occurred in this the next few months. So I'm trying to see what the shift in power will be towards the exchange market. So that's kind of my focus, and I think the exchanges themselves feel that they need to survive, and that's what they're doing right now. So yeah, it's a whoa, oops, what's that? Sorry. And yeah, next article, it talks about not this video, but the one on the left corner. So this actually has been kind of the major article since for the last couple of days. So it's about accounting standards, right? So I think this is like a global issue. I mean, how to categorize, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in accounting standards. That's the real issue. And I think the Korea Accounting Standards Board, it's called KASB. They have made, certain, announcements on how to categorize Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I mean, it's not a major announcement. It's not really a big announcement, but they decided to categorize cryptocurrency as current asset. And if you hold the cryptocurrency for at least a year, then they're categorized as extra additional assets, what do you call it? Additional assets. And then if you get rid of it, if you sell it within a year, then they call it additional current assets. So if there's a change in whether or not you hold it for a year or not. So a year is the standard of how much they're willing to hold the cryptocurrency. And this is a very I don't know, it's a still very unstable law. It's not a law, actually. It's an argument that's coming out, and they're working on it, of course, and it needs a lot of work. And actually, since it's not a legal currency, it's extremely difficult to categorize cryptocurrency in accounting standards, right? So, I mean, this KASB is not the same as IFRS, which is the globally recognized standard, right? So it needs, the IFRS standard is not the same standard as what I talked about before. So this the IFRS needs more consideration, more discussion, right? So it's not certain yet, but I mean, if the exchanges are officially listed, then they have to apply IFRS, right? But if it's not a listed company, the Korea accounting standard can be applied. So therefore, a company in which IFRS is applied owns cryptocurrency, then its asset valuation will become an issue. So that is something that's going to be really complicated. And my cousin is an accountant, and I asked him about this, this article, and he was like, "This is has a long way to go, and there's very complicated accounting standards." And the way how the definition of cryptocurrency, it's really hard to categorize it in one existing standard. So there's going to be a lot of obstacles and additional research on it. So he was very not pessimistic, but he was very concerned about how to set this standard in the near future. So yeah, so okay, how everyone so the accounting thing, taxation, same thing. It's trying to put it in the existing system, it's really hard to do that. So I mean, the fact that it's trying to it's a very positive sign, right? And that they're taking it seriously, and that they're taking it as an actual phenomenon, actual thing that they have to take in. So I think it's a positive move. Yeah, so it's gonna develop in the next, within this year. So I'll keep track on how Korean government, Korean accounting standards see this cryptocurrency. And there's another article that KISA is actually Korea Internet Security Agency, KISA, and he's the head of KISA, and it's actually a really really prestigious research government institution. So it's a huge institution in Korea, and it said that the focus this year is blockchain, and he publicly announced it, so people were like, "Oh, yay!" Yeah, and the activation of the flourish of blockchain, it's going to be the goal of 2018. And he said that 6 business ideas about blockchain will be issued since until April. So it's going to be very soon until we see a lot of blockchain ideas coming out, like business ideas, some collaborative project maybe. We'll have to see, but yeah, KISA was very positive towards blockchain and blockchain industry, and trying to facilitate the industry. And I think and the Seoul City government is actually very interested in blockchain technology, and that's why it collaborated with Samsung SDS on the blockchain development, but it didn't really work out right now. But I think it's trying to find a new idea and how to implement and how to support blockchain technology in Korea. So it seems very promising, and it's a good sign for the industry as a whole. So good, a good sign. And sorry, it's a huge page. So I'm sure many of you have seen this, but hello icon world. I saw the mail this morning, and I saw this Medium article. There's a launch of ICONex. ICONex, yeah, it's aired. So the official wallet service of Icon is open. So it's a new article that's been issued today, I think, earlier today, a few hours ago. So I think you should check it out. Yeah, so there are many new articles about new announcements about Icon. I'm sure many of you are very curious about Icon. Actually, there are many dApps, on Icon that's being developed, and actually today there's a meetup that I'm participating in, crypto-minded meetup, and it's one of the dApps are presenting at the meetup. So Tink is presenting. So hopefully we'll see what the actual vision is and what they're trying to do on Icon. So I think it's going to be interesting to see. Yes, and the listing thing. So listing, they didn't release any official listings in the Korean exchanges yet. But I think it's, under the water, it's kind of underground at the moment. I think they'll officially announce it, as soon as it's been, confirmed. So I'll be the first one to release the news to you, hopefully through Twitter, or Twitter is the quickest, right? So yes. I'm sure many of you are looking for the next icon for the Korean, as a Korean blockchain project. And this year it's going to be very interesting. There's many, many reverse ICOs coming out here. And there's a consensus among a lot of large corporations in Korea that, the reverse ICO is a trend, basically. And here and there, I see so many projects coming out. I can't really release any official news yet, but under the waters, it's really, really becoming active and very interesting to see. So I'm very excited I'll be very excited to kind of release one by one and kind of tell you about what's happening, as it gets official. Okay. And lastly, this is a kind of, it's not fun, but it's like a side news. So there's many crimes. It sounds very serious, but yeah, there's many crimes upon cryptocurrency because people think it's a very valuable asset, right? So, and it's hard to track. So people kind of threatened. There was a crime. There were many crimes, series of crimes of they're gonna murder if you don't send cryptocurrency through their wallet. So there's been crimes going on. So I didn't really. It's serious. I don't know. He's 29 and he's been threatening people and the Seoul apartments, kind of sending letters that I'm gonna kill your family if you don't send cryptocurrency to my wallet. So yeah, I don't know what's his problem, but yeah, it seems that he's been investing in cryptocurrency before, but he didn't have many. He didn't get any profit out of it. So maybe that's his problem. But this is a problem in Korea. Well, not only in Korea, I'm sure, but there's kidnaps going on, right, about major investors. So I think this is a phenomenon that we should take in, but this is something that we should avoid. So be careful to a lot of whales outside. So this is just the side news, but so let me see. Oh wow, many of you have come in. Hello, Trinity. No, Erica is the best. Thank you. So today I'm presenting as a panelist at the crypto-minded meetup today with Stellar and Mobius. They're all coming, and they came to Korea. And next, actually in March 10th, I'm going to be hosting a major meetup. I'm going to be hosting many meetups in the upcoming month, and I'll release it as soon as it's 100% certain. But it's going to involve many, many big projects, and very excited to host these huge projects. Andy, hi. Oh, I'm watching you live for the first time, really. Oh, maybe the timing was right. So, what do you think about the government respecting the petition? Well, I mean, the petition, it's a law. I mean, it's like a, the government has to respond to the petition if it's over a certain number of, votes, right? So the government had no choice. It had to respond to the petition. So I'm not really surprised, I mean, the government hesitated actually. I mean, they weren't like instantly responding, oh, we're gonna, embrace cryptocurrency, right? They took some time. It took a lot of time for them to kind of find the right answer to respond to the petition. So I don't really see it as a positive move. It's a necessary move, and the government will be like, it'll be under a lot of trouble if it doesn't respond, right? So it was a natural thing to do. Crypto Chris, it would be extremely foolish for any government to ban anything crypto related, since they would be digging a hole in the country. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I went to this meeting of the Korean Blockchain Association, and I was constantly saying, if the government bans anything as a whole, then the money's gonna flow out anyway, and the reverse ICOs are happening outside Korea, so it's actually negative for the Korean economy and for the industry as a whole. So I mean, I don't know that's why I've been keep telling, right? It's gonna happen anyway. So I mean, the money's gonna flow out of the country, right? And incorporation is going to happen outside the country. It's already happening outside the country. Singapore and all kinds of, blockchain-friendly nations, but they just didn't get it. So I was really frustrated. Hopefully, Icon does its coin swap in March. Any more delays will not be accepted by public. Is there any delay on Icon? I'm not really following. I mean, I'm a friend of Icon, but I'm not. Yeah. Are they have a lot of things at hand right now. Yeah, they'll find a way to buy in either way, of course. Nuclear Vision and Icon DApp. Is it Nuclear Vision? I haven't really heard about the project. It wasn't there in the Icon Summit. I don't think. I didn't see it. There was Tink. I remember Tink. The name was kind of like sensational. I was like, Tink. Okay. Twitter. My Twitter ID is EKang, EKANG 426. My birthday is in April, so 426. Yes. Tax. Yeah, tax is a big issue. I'm sure the government is excited to have taxation plans, and they're gonna have taxation, heavy taxation. So, yes. So, what are the new and exciting ICOs you mentioned earlier? Can't really say. I mean, it's it's under the water right now. I can't release it. There's too many secretive projects going on. There's not even a public ICO. I don't think I think that even if they release the pre-sale, it's gonna be out in a day or something, and the institutions are lining up a huge long line, right? So it's very interesting. My favorite project right now, post ICO. I'm mostly interested in post ICO. Of course, pre ICO I can't really say anything about it, but post ICO. I mean, I'm kind of a fan of Ethereum, so I don't know. I can't really say this, right? Yeah, Ethereum, of course. I don't know. I'll tell it later. I mean, I think I can't. I have to be really biased here, right, in my show. So let's see. Okay, I think the whole point of this. Oh, can I write my Twitter? Oh, okay. Okay, can I write? Okay. Yeah, it's my Twitter account, and my email is. It's my email. So if you have any questions or comments or anything, please email me, and I'll be. And the Twitter, I'm not I'm 100% not active, but if I have some really urgent news, then I'll share it. So I'm also on Facebook, but Facebook is a little Korean. It's in Korean, so yeah. So, and the whole point of this show is trying to trying to tell, very in a neutral perspective about the Korean market, and trying to view it not only in the investment side, but also like the government regulation side, also what's, new projects coming out, new companies coming out, businesses coming out. So I'm trying to see like many factors, that, that create the blockchain industry in Korea. It seems like Korea is a market of interest, and there's no legitimate channel to kind of share that news and share that legitimate view of Korea. So I that's why I'm doing it. And yes, so I think, yeah, that's my whole vision and purpose of doing this show. So if there's any good projects coming out, then maybe I could do an interview, bring somebody here, and kind of make them tell about their project. So I'm planning that, so I'll keep you updated if there's any new projects that can be introduced here. So thank you. I'm dressed for the meetup today. Okay, so I think I should go. Yes, I have to attend this meetup. So thank you so much. I know it's like late for some of you, and yeah, thank you so much. And yes, hit the likes, please. Yeah, spread the news. Yes, thank you. This is a very it can be a really dry channel. It's not edited. It's very, very raw, but it has good content, right? So hopefully I can keep that up. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Okay, thank you.